Hello all, this is Santosh and welcome to Tech Design. In this video, I'm going to give you all the commands that are related to Sketcher environment in NX 2506. So this is the latest version of NX I have. There are a lot of changes in NX 2506 when it is compared to NX 8 or NX 12 or any other version. So I'm going to tell you all the commands that are available in the Sketcher environment in order to complete any kind of sketch in NX. The topics that we are going to cover in this video are entering into a Sketcher environment, curves creations, curves from curves, associative curves, dimensioning, constraints or relations, solver, and finally Sketcher tips. So without wasting our time, let's get started. So this is the simple model I have created in order to explain you how we can use the different kinds of commands in the Sketcher environment, and as well as I have one more model here. This I'm going to use this model in order to explain few of the commands. So first let us go into this model one, which is completely empty and it is created only the datum coordinate systems are available. So now the first question is how you are going to enter into a Sketcher environment. So there are multiple ways you can enter into a Sketcher environment based on your requirement. So I'm going to show you how we can orient the sketches in X and Y directions as well as in the Z direction. So I will just move on to this model what we have here and let us start creating a sketch. So this is the command that we are going to use for creating a sketch. So I'll just click on sketch, and now you can see the sketch environment has been appeared. And whenever you are going to create a sketch, these you can see this right, top and front planes are always available for you to create a sketch element. So these planes are related to whatever the coordinate system that is available. You can see the coordinate system here. So they are exactly parallel and aligned to the particular datum plane. So now suppose if you want to select any right or top plane, you can directly select them and you can see the sketcher window that is showing along which X and Y and Z directions are chosen. And suppose if you don't want these planes to create a sketch element, if you don't want them, you can switch off this option called show principal planes. Okay, so suppose now you can see there are faces here, multiple faces we can able to select the in order to create the sketch. Suppose if you go here, so now you can see the origin point for the sketch will be selected at this corner. Suppose if you want at this corner, so you just need to come near to this particular point. Now what does the NX do? So NX always creates the point which the point is nearest to your mouse. So you can see here now if I go on the top side, it is going to pick that particular point. Okay, so suppose if you want to create it this point, so you can just go near to that particular point. So now if you can see here, now if I go to this rib and there is a point here from the edge where it is trying to create the sketch. So this is going to be just a origin of particular sketch. If you want to change the X and Y direction of the sketcher, that also we can able to do. So first let us select this point. So as soon as you select it, you can see there is a red arrow and as well as green arrow. So this red is going to be our x-axis and whatever the green is going to be our y-axis. So if you can see here, this is the red axis and this is the green axis. So now if you click OK, this is going to be our x-axis. So you can see here, this is going to be your x-axis and this is going to be our y-axis. Suppose in your case, so you want to create a sketch at this point, but your x and y direction should be in a different manner. So suppose if you want to create it in this direction, so how you are going to do that? So for that, what you can do is we'll just go to sketch and select this point. So this is the point we need. And now if you expand this, you can see this, select a horizontal references. So here you just need to select a horizontal edges where your x axis should be aligned. So you can just select it and select this. So now we can see this is going to be our horizontal line, and this is going to be our vertical line. So now you can see the sketch which is written in the blue color. So it is going to orient your sketch like this, because whenever the sketch is written, so that is going to come in a proper way. Okay, so suppose if you want your x direction to be along this direction, so in that case, you just need to reverse this direction. So as soon as you reverse this direction, can you see the sketch has been moved from this location to this location now? So whatever the y-axis for the sketcher, you don't have any control on the y-axis. So because you are just selecting the plane and you are giving the reference for horizontal, automatically the 90 degree of particular horizontal line will be taken it as a y-axis. So this is the one. Suppose if you want to change the origin, you can just go to change here, and suppose if you want at this point, we can just select this point. So now you can see our sketch is going to come over here. So once you enter into a sketcher environment, so whatever the horizontal reference that you have given, this edge, that is going to be our horizontal axis, and then whatever the vertical is going to take it as by default. So this is all about how we can entering into a sketcher environment. So now I will just move on to the model one, which is completely empty, and here we are going to into sketcher environment. So I'm going to go to sketch, and we can just switch on the principal planes, and we'll just go to right plane, and now you can see our sketch is written like this. So in this case, this is going to be our x-axis and this is going to be our y-axis, and we can just click OK. So now in the new Sketcher environment, you're not going to see any datums here, only the horizontal axis and the vertical axis, and then the point which is the origin for the sketch will be visible. Okay. So this is all about entering into a Sketcher environment. So now let us move on to the our second topic, that is creating a curves. So these are the curves that we have in the NX25 version. So we have a lot of changes in this curves creations. Suppose if you go to line here, so Z is the one which is a shortcut for that. So once you go to line, you have an options, multiple options here, but usually we will just go to select one point and another point. So now as you can see, the chain is going to continue when you select a line. Suppose if you want to break the chain, go here and select this, it is going to break the particular chain. Okay, and in this line itself, there is a one more option which is very important. In one more very important command that is added inside the line is a line from the midpoint. In order to explain this, I'm going to draw a simple rectangle over here, and once you draw this, you can see the line from the midpoint, and this line is going to create from the midpoint of a line. Say for example, if you want a midpoint at this point, so you can see if you want to make it 20 mm on the right side and 20 mm on the left side, then you can choose from the this one. So now the overall length is going to be 40, but the midpoint is lying on this line. So the right side it is 20 and the left side it is again it is a 20 mm. So now let's go to arc. So arc, there is no much changes in the arc. So there are two types of arcs. One is from the center, another is from 3-point. So the first is going to be a 3-point arc. So you can just select one point and second point and a third point somewhere, and you are going to create a arc. So the second option is from the center. Say for example, this is going to be your center of the arc. So then you can just going to create this arc. Okay, so similar to the arc, we have the circle as well. So 3-point circle and then center of the circle. So I'm not going to discuss on that, and let's move on to rectangle. In the rectangle, we have diagonally points. So 2 points, you're going to define it diagonally, and otherwise the center from the center. So you're going to define a center first, and then you're going to give a horizontal distance, and then you're going to provide a vertical distance to create a rectangle. And then we have a 3 points. In this 3-point, you're going to provide a one edge of the rectangle first, and then you're going to define the other edge. So let me delete all these lines. So then there is an option called a spline. So this spline is, you can just create the points in order to create the splines. In this spline, you're going to define the points on which you want a spline to be created, and it is going to create a spline path. And then we have a point, which if you want to create any point, you can just randomly create the points. So usually the point is we are not going to use in many cases. So these are nothing but creating a curve. So now how we are going to edit the curve. So for example, we have two options like fillet and chamfer here. So in order to explain this fillet and chamfer, I'm going to create a simple rectangle here. So this is going to be my rectangle. And for this one, suppose in the corners, if you want to create a fillet, just go to fillet here, and here you can enter the radius, and then you can just select the edges, or you can just select the edges and give the radius. But there is a trick here. Say for example, at this edge, if you wanted 2 mm as a radius, then you can just go to select the edges and hit 2 as a radius and hit enter. Suppose now I need 5 mm in all these three sides. In that case, your approach should be, first you just need to enter 5 mm as a radius and then start selecting these edges. So this is going to be easy for you. So whenever you have multiple fillets with the same radius, first enter the radius and then start selecting the edges. So I'll just hit undo, and in the similar way we can create a chamfer. So when it comes to chamfer, there are three ways you can just create a chamfer. One is symmetric, asymmetric, and offset and angle. So symmetric is going to create a same distance from the edges. Say for example, if I give 3 mm and select this, whatever the horizontal and vertical distance are going to be same. Suppose if you want an asymmetric one, so you can just select asymmetric and give the edges here. And now see, for example, in the one is maybe 3 mm, another one is, suppose if it is you want to be 4 mm. So in that case, now it is going to ask which side you need a 4 mm. So you can just choose it between like this, just by moving the mouse and then you can just select it. So it is going to give 3 mm and 4 mm fillet. And this last option is by offset and angle. So what is the offset you want and angle you want, you can just enter it here, and then you can just choose the lines. You're going to get a particular angle at the distance chamfer. So far we have discussed on creating a curves.